all YouTubers, thank you again for that magic 1,000. We're doing good. Now we get paid for ads and we get a couple of bucks and we're on the climb, as they say. So thank you everybody for your support and thanks for some of the kind words. Now I'm here for a review, one of my famous tool reviews. As always, I don't review a tool unless I'm using it to make a living, get a house done, or if it's worth. I do not get paid for this, so without further ado, now I got the DCN 45RN roofing nailer. Now, battery powered, totally amazing. We did use it on a job. We were really impressed. The big thing is when you're at a place and you're one of the first ones, you don't have electricity, and anybody's been there trying to get a generator going, plug in your compressor. You have a couple of roofers up there, 3 or 4, and you know you got air hoses. You're supposed to have people tied off. All of a sudden, it's a mess up on that roof, and you want to move. You want to like just be so nimble. What I'm going to say is the first comparison saying, I'm Joe Roofer, I'm Joe Contract, saying, okay, this isn't as fast as air. True. But hear this one. You're not going to make as many mistakes. I know a lot of times up on the roof, nobody really inspects, nobody has a clue, but you know, you do take personal pride, I hope you do anyways. And with this, what I found with the air, and I've used them, when you go to bun mode and you go fast, you tend to go a little faster, and then you have 2 or 3 hoses, then all of a sudden you get a drop in air, because those little compressors are not meant to handle you know, these things going 2, 3 or 4 roofers up there. Even if you get the big, you know, 20-gallon, they'll empty that pretty fast. It comes down to the 120 volt motors, or you know. Try not to fumble here. What I'm trying to say in a roundabout way is it's just a lot better for safety. For the DIYers, buy this. You're just starting out. You don't have to drag a compressor around. Anybody who's dragged a compressor around will tell you what a pain in the ass it is. Now, it has button up here, but I haven't figured it out. Somebody can do it. I thought it was a light for the battery. I don't know if that means that flashes when it's empty, and that one flashes when it gets jammed. It's only been jammed on us once. It has a clear here. I haven't had to take the housing off for it, and I'm just looking now, and I'm fumbling here, and I'm looking, and I'm trying to see how hard it would be if you had to take that off. You had a real jam. I don't know. It opens up pretty decent. Like, that's all there is to load these things. Just take it there. Make sure it's locked in that one. Close it. Now, here, there's a little latch there that makes sure it keeps in there for the, to keep it locked in. You don't want this thing flying out. It has different heights. I got this for 2-inch nails, which is perfect for 3/4. I don't want the nails to stick beyond the plywood. I just want it there ever so slightly, and I'll show you what I mean. I've already put a couple in here. So with this, I'm just protruding. I'm just ever so slightly at 2-inch. But once I go into plywood here, you see, you don't want this. You know, somebody's working inside the roof, and man, they see that. Well, man, hit their head. And not only that, I think it creates a bit of condensation when you have hot, because the roof's going to be hotter and this is going to be cooler. So that's my thought. You know, and then you're opening it up. So for me, I would back it off just a touch on the 2-inch. And the settings are right here. They're a little bit, they're tricky. They give you a lot of settings here. Like now I just put it to 5. I got 2, J. As always, I don't look at the instructions the right way. I rather use the tool, and then when I get stuck, because most of these things are all universal. The holder that comes with it, not a fan. Not a fan. I'd rather have this holder. You know, one of these in these things. These things kind of like, they kind of go on, but they feel like, you know, you're going up a scaffolding or whatever. It doesn't take much to bump that off. With these, oh, so much better. And two, you can hook it in on the scaffolding or wherever, or even on wood, or, you know, not deal with it. Now, how's it feel? Let's see. Now, the thing, you can hear the runoff, eh? It takes a while for it to run down. I'm ever so slightly here, like a little bent up. I'm just right over. I'm right at the sweet spot. You don't want to go much deeper. You don't want to go below, go below the the shingles. You know, they'll lift if you go below. Like they'll rip out. So, you know, check it out with your roof manufacturer. Don't. The shingles, wherever you buy them, they always look there for their best policy, not mine. Now I'm just turning it here. I'm going to see this. I just turned it a little bit, and I'm right at the sweet spot. I don't think I can do better than that. It really did have just ever so slightly there. You can see, like, it's got the gauge here. What else am I going to say about this thing? Is the batteries. I use this, and you go down really fast to 2 amp with the 1 bar. If you see a special and they're throwing these 2 amp, you know, if you're up on the roof, you at least want a 5 amp. There's not much of a difference in the weight. Now, the FluxVolt, the 9 amp, if you haven't used them, or if you use the old 8 amps that were just like this, not the 60 volt, these things are amazing. The only thing is, it's a workout. Like, it's definitely a lot heavier. It's decent like this though. If I was going there and I had somebody set it up, you know, right there I got jammed in. Yeah. Now, to get jammed, take it out here. And I think it's a little wire right there that got me jammed. All right, I'm going to push it back. It's right here, that wire, eh? See, the other thing with these nails, what's really nice with the wire nails, you see when it cuts here, the wire? So the wire goes into the plywood and stays. And you got a little ring shanks here, not a lot, but enough. They're really kick-ass nails, you know? So I kind of went here, let's see how it sits. I got a gel lubricant here, and I don't know like what the manufacturing warranty says, but I would give it a shot right here. Because that pin was getting caught when you went bump mode. I don't have many of these left, so. Now let's try bump mode with, now I put the lubricant, let's see what happens. I would say this one not so good. Good. I don't think they recommend to do it, but I definitely would keep an eye on there, to make sure. Because we used it for, what was it, about 800 square feet, which, it's not a big job. So with the bump mode, I'm gonna say there is no bump mode. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't put the pounding on. So if you're looking for that, I guess this isn't the tool. But if you're looking for safety up on the roof, good quality tool, you saw the jam, it was pretty easy to do. I've had it with air where it was a friggin' nightmare. It got all bent up in there. It's pretty big, the shaft. It was pretty easy to just take the screwdriver, push the pin back when it got caught. This didn't really work to clear it. This is a bit finicky. I'm giving this a 9. Compared to the air, this would be like half. Like an air would be like 9, and this thing would be 5, comparing air to air in terms of production. But for the DIYers, myself, who's glorified DIYer, yeah, this is the way to go. For the roofing guys, I'm not sure. You really have to talk to them what they feel comfortable. I think they'd be over the moon on not having an air hose, because that's really getting tripped up. So that's it, a 9. But I do love the batteries and the technology of the Dewalt. So thanks again. Please subscribe. Right down there. No, it's there. I love all the comments, so just keep them coming. We're gonna start doing more reviews. I got a whole load of tools, and we'll talk about later. All my tools got stolen a while ago, and I had to replace them, which was a total nightmare. And I didn't realize, like, guys like us, we're like targets now because we're driving around a van full of tools or pickups. So thank you. Bye.